Alright, you guys, my buddy Ryan challenged my Monarchs, my mighty Monarchs with his Kozmo, so let's see how this works out for him.
YugiNoNo!
Alright, you guys, so I win the die roll. I roll a 10, he rolls a 9. Oh, he's just short, and I actually opt to go second, which is technically kind of cheating because I knew what I was going up against. I wanted to go second versus Kozmos. I wanted to see that Stormforth, tried to see that Stormforth, because that's actually what I did back in the day when I was playing Monarchs competitively, is I always went second against Kozmos, because Stormforth and Erebus are just so good against that deck. So what I do here is I Foolish Goods the Pantheism. I reveal, you know, 3 return. He's got to add one of the returns to my hand. So I get the return, and then I'm shuffling up. And yeah, like, I mean, Stormforth, man, Stormforth back in the day, it was just amazing. There's a reason why that card was was put to 1. So I Upstart Goblin, I activate return, and looks like I'm summoning. Okay, so Eidos for, okay, there's the Vanity's Feet, and then return triggers. I decided to get an Erebus apparently. So Erebus is really good. In case he outs the Vanity's Fiend, I wanted to have, you know, a non-targeting spin. Like, I wanted to have something in case he outed the Vanity's Fiend. So I activate Tenacity, reveal the Erebus, you know, activate Domain, and then looks like I swing over. So that's really good, really good. And then I pass turn. Looks like, yep, pass turn. So let's see what he's got. He's got to have a Raigeki. He's got to have those Dark Holes. He's got to be able to out the Vanity's Fiend. He's got to have something, you know. It's got to have something. Let's see what he does have though. I'm not sure what he's got in his hand. Looks like, oh, so he's got a Kozmo Town and a Wicked Witch. So looks like he just kind of decided to stick with the Wicked Witch to try to live, but I Stormforth it. And then activate Erebus's effect. So no, returns effect, then Erebus's effect. Looks like I added the you know, Ether off of the return, and then send return, send you know, send return, and then send a Prime. That's what it is, Prime. And then spin 1, and then use the Frost Blast from my hand, pop the other set. And the reason why I didn't spin the Kozmo Town is because he's only got 1 card in hand. I wanted to have like an extra pop in case he did have something next turn. So the way I did that is, like, he has nothing banished for Kozmo Town to add back to his hand. I mean, he only had 1 card in hand. Yeah, and see, he scooped it up. I wanted to have another pop off of Frost Blast, you know, just wanted to have another pop. So in this game, he actually opted to go first. So he opted to go first, and he added that Kozmo Town off of Terraforming. And yeah, go ahead and let me know what you guys think of these videos and this new camera angle I have going on here. If you guys like this series, then what I'll do is I will actually duel more because I actually have someone to duel with now, and so I can actually do more duel videos. And I'll go all out, and I'll edit, you know, the light points on the bottom, and I'll do all that stuff for you guys. I'll go all out. I'll edit everything, you know, how I do. You know, you guys have seen my editing skills. You know how rock solid my editing skills are. So, but anyways, back to the duel. So right now, basically, I'm trying to unbrick. So what I do is I Foolish out Erebus, you know, and then pitch the Domain, get Erebus back to my hand, doing some Monarch shenanigans to you know, be able to survive. He torrentials and pays 1,000 to save his Wicked Witch. So right now, I still do have a second normal summon off of the Eidos though. I still do have a second normal summon off of Eidos. So I search a Domain here. I'm really just pulling some Monarch shenanigans. Tenacity, search for that Stormforth, and then what I do is I get out Adia, which Adia's effect won't trigger because it's already activated this turn, but I use the Stormforth to tribute to both for Erebus, send to spin the Kozmo Town, and then I guess I should have spun from his hand, but you know, sometimes I just don't think things all the way through. Well, then again, Kozmo Town is not a bad spin either. I mean, either way, it doesn't really matter. But like I send so I'm gonna reveal 2 Domain and a return off of the Pantheism. So 2 Domain and a return, adds the Domain. And Domain, see, that's another thing. So this is an interesting matchup because you know, Kozmos don't need their extra deck, and that's kind of like Monarch's like shtick. It's like that's their deal, you know. That's what they do is they you know, lock you out of your extra deck. So he gets Kozmo Town anyways. Looks like he gets Kozmo Town anyways. So what's he doing? What am I doing? What's going on here? Looks like he did it. So he activates Reasoning. Okay, so it is his turn. So he activates Reasoning. I call 8 because, I mean, he has more Forerunners in the deck, but like I wanted to call 8 just in case he hit it Dark Destroyer. I don't want that Dank Destroyer to come out because, I mean, at least like since Erebus is 28, if he did hit Forerunner, he'd have to smack into it and float down. So yeah, the Dark Destroyer is just way too strong. There's a reason why that card is at 1 as well. But I hit the Tin Can, so Tin Can, and then looks like let's see what's going on here. That's what he did. He Ash Blossomed me. I almost lost track of what was going on. He Ash Blossomed me, so I only got 1. Like that's why the Adia didn't trigger for the Eidos, is because he Ash Blossomed me. So I swing over. He gets out a wicked, not a Wicked Witch, but a Farm Girl. Gets out a Farm Girl. This is like a blast from the past. Like these two decks playing each other. It really, really is. So I upstart. So let's see what he's got. So he swings over the Adia, and Adia effect. So now he's triggering his Farm Girl. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to add back. If I'm going to add back the Pantheism, if I'm going to add back the Stormforth. I think I end up going for the Pantheism. I'm thinking, you know, back and forth, like, because I don't have a Monarch in hand, and I really need to dig for one. So yeah, I went ahead and added the Pantheism back. And let's see what he gets. So he gets the Forerunner to his hand. So there's the Forerunner. He tags out, crashes. So that's what I was talking about a minute ago. Like he would have to crash the Forerunner if he got it. So he crashes Forerunner and floats down. Let's see what he floats down into. I think he floats down into a Slip. But I think he plays a Landwalker, he said, so he's trying to decide, like, you know, but Landwalker is 2400, so either way he wouldn't be able to get around the Prime, so he just like goes down into the Slip and he pops the Domain. So at least he got a Domain pop, even though he can't get over the Prime, he at least got to pop the Domain. So I actually drew into a Monarch and drew into a Karaz, so I activate the Tenacity and I get a Prime to my hand because I have a Pantheism that I got back off of the Adia. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, of course, you know, do the the Pantheism play, pitch the Prime from my hand. Yep, pitch the Prime, draw 2, and see what I get. So Foolish Burial Goods, I get the last target out of the deck, which is the Frost Blast. I went ahead and got that out of the deck. That's like the last target, so worked out fine, because I already have everything else in the grave, or everything else is already in the graveyard. So right now I'm using Prime, I'm banishing Domain, and then what I do, let's see what I do here. So now I'm activating the Pantheism, searching out, okay, so 3 return, nice. So 3 return of the Monarchs. And then, of course, probably going to activate the return here. Yep, activate return. Tribute. For Vanity Speed. Forgot I went for Vanity Speed. Wow. And then do the same thing again where I search for an Erebus. Wow. And then right here, oh yeah, I'm trying to decide if I want it in attack position, the Prime in attack position for more damage. You know, there's the Allure of Darkness, banish the Vanity Fiend, activate Domain, so I get more attack with the Vanity Fiend. And I'm like, do I want this in attack? Do I want it in defense? Like, I just decided. I think I ended up deciding to leave it in defense. Like, I mean, you can't you just can't really do anything. You just can't really do anything with that in defense. So I just didn't want him getting like a Farm Girl out or something, you know. Like I have Vanity Fiend up. Like I just didn't want like a Farm Girl to swing over it or something. I just didn't want anything to happen. So I just left it in defense just to be completely safe. That's what I'm trying to get at here. So then he sets and passes. That's always got a tribute for Erebus. Oh, Erebus, boy. spin his face down, attack with both, and that is game. That is game 2. That's the match, guys. That's the match. But he challenged me again. He was like, I need to redeem myself. I can't lose to Vanity's Fiend. I can't do it. So he challenged me again, and then I think he decides to go first again as well. So let's see what goes on. Yep, I think he does decide to go first. I let him pick. I just let him pick. He was like, just one more game. Like, let's do a redemption game. So I let him pick, and he activates Kozmo Town. Looks like so there's the Tin Can. Nice. Pays 500. He reveals 3, and I think, let's see what he gets. He gets the Dank Destroyer. He gets the Dank Destroyer. Freaking broke, guys. That's actually, you know, Tin Can is one of the cards, like, it might be the card that keeps Cosmos alive. I mean, combining Cosmos with other decks is pretty good as well. Like, you know, Cosmo Grenade, which is like, you know, Cosmo Kaiju, which is really, really good. So I Foolish Goods out. So same thing, Foolish Goods out, Pantheism. Looks like I am going to reveal, what am I going to reveal? 3 Tenacity. So no, 2 Tenacity and Stormforth. There we go. So he just adds the Stormforth. because either way I did have a Monarch. I guess you could risk it, you know, and just be like, oh, I mean, you know, call my bluff. Like the correct move technically is to always add the tenacity, because like I couldn't just not have a Monarch in hand to be bluffing or something. But if I had the Monarch in hand, you know, why would I need the Stormforce? So it kind of goes either way. Like it really doesn't matter. Like you know, technically both moves can be like correct, because you don't want me to have the Stormforce if I draw a Monarch, but at the same time, like you don't want me to deck thin with the tenacities either. So it doesn't really matter. So anyways, though, I have a Vanity's Fiend on board, but well, here's the thing, though. I have like all Monarchs in hand. I have like all Monarchs, like nothing to tribute, at all. Upstart Goblin into another Karaz, so I'm still dead. And you know, but at least I have a Vanity's Fiend up. That's the thing. I have a Vanity's Fiend up, and I'm just sitting on this Vanities, you know, just sitting on Vanity's Fiend, and I'm waiting on you know, just something. Like as soon as I get something to tribute, like an Eidos, as soon as I draw into an Eidos, like it's over, because I'm just gonna, you know, summon that and just like go to town on them, you know. Summon, I think I have an Erebus in hand. I have at least a Karaz, you know, so I can like dig into the deck, or you know, for stuff, or just have another body, you know, have another body on field on top, you know. So he's trying to think. He does have outs. I mean, he's just not seeing his Raigeki Dark Holes. He's just not seeing them. So he summons Wicked Witch. He just goes for the safe move, because he said he didn't have a target for Cosmojo. So he went with the safe move to get the Wicked Witch my domain, get more damage in on him. He sets another card. So he sets another card. My turn again. Switches that to defense, of course. My turn again, and he pays 1,000, saves it. You know, because I attack. I mean, it'd be stupid not to attack. I set one. I think I had too many cards in hand. Then right here, so he torrentials. So he torrentials himself. Pays 1,000. So here's the move. He uses torrential tribute on his own summon to out the Vanity's Fiend, and then he activates Call of the Haunted. Call of the Haunted for that fam girl. We used to call her Fam Girl, and brings out. She searches. She searches the what is that? Dark Witch, something like that. Yeah. Then just goes to town on me. OTKs me for the redemption, guys. OTKs me for the redemption against Vanity's Fiend. So yeah, if you guys want to see more of these duel videos, man, if you guys want to see more of these duel videos, then go ahead, let me know. I will go all out. I will edit them. You know, I will make them a lot more fancy than this one. You know, I've done some duel videos in the past. You guys have seemed to like them, and you know, I just don't have anybody. I didn't have anybody to duel with. I didn't really have anybody to play with, and you know, when I go to locals, I usually don't film the matches, you know, because they're usually, you know, like, you know, full competitive matches, and it's just not as fun to film. It's not as fun to do. I finally got somebody who's like who lives close enough so I can actually play Yu-Gi-Oh. It's great. It's fantastic. But yeah, guys, go ahead and let me know what you think about this video down in the comment section, and as always, be sure to dick slap that like button and subscribe. Subscribe.